Okay, the 2020 Chicago Pro. In this video, I want to look at Akim versus Justin. Let's take a look at these two, comparing them together. Look at Nick Walker there. I think he looks tremendous. Okay, so we got them together. They're side by side. We can do a little shuffling, get Rodriguez in the center. And we're going to hit this front relax. And I'll freeze it up here. I mean, looking at this one, you see Akim's got the legs. Rodriguez has more detail. He's more conditioned. His abs look better. So a very hard shot. But, I mean, I would be going with Rodriguez, even though his chest is way smaller. But he looks a little better in this shot. Akim's chest is just amazing, but he's got a little bit of droopy pecs going on, and he always did. But that's just genetics. So now we're going to get into these quarters, and look at Nick Walker though. Looks incredible. I know I said not to look at them, we're focusing on these two, but he looks great. And in this quarter turn here, like you can see the thickness of Akim, his lower body is gonna win this shot. Rodriguez's waist looks better. So very close, like you're looking at Rodriguez's waist and he's winning it. You're looking at Akim's chest and side leg. So there's just too much on Akim there that he is winning this shot. I'm gonna hit the back here. This is where Rodriguez should shine. And he does. I mean, he's lighter in the legs, of course. But I mean, Akim's back, thick as it is, it's still not conditioned to what it needs to be. His glutes are not conditioned as Rodriguez. I know they're bigger, they're not as conditioned. So Rodriguez wins this one, in my opinion. Nick Walker's not really posing optimally there, unfortunately, because I think he should destroy a lot of people on that shot. Because there's a huge adductors, glutes, everything. Going into this right side quarter turn, this is angles favoring Akim, of course. He's closer to the camera. In this angle here, I mean, Rodriguez's pec gets stretched out because he's pulled back, but his waist looks better. You still got to give Akim this right side shot. He's just so overall thick here. And now let's get him facing the front. And yeah, we're gonna do some movement here. Akim now is gonna be a bit further from this camera angle, so it's gonna help Rodriguez. So I want to try to even some of these things up here. And holding this front relax. Now Rodriguez wins this shot. Even with a lighter chest, he still wins this shot. He's just too hard. He's just way harder than Akim, and his tan is just like absolutely perfect. Looks great. And I think now we're gonna start getting into the real shots. No more symmetry around. And yeah, here we go, getting into the front double. Of course, they got to make their space because it's never organized on these lines for some reason. Front double, I mean, structurally Akim is better. So, I mean, I would give him this shot. Looking at this waist to lat flare, big arms. I like Rodriguez's arms a lot more, and obviously his leg condition looks amazing. But, yep, we'll give definitely Akim this shot. Looking great. And Max Charles there. His core is just shredded always. And then you have Nick Walker, whose legs, like, I think are just killing everybody. They're just so diced too, like, you don't see that too often anymore. Front lat spread. This is a Rodriguez shot for sure. Akim has that weird issue where the chest kind of rolls into each other and goes really small, and it could be a posing issue. Or genetically where like his muscle insertions are, but you see that in some guys it just doesn't look right. Like look at Rodriguez, even look at Nick Walker, whose hands are too high on his abdominal area to really showcase that pose. But Rodriguez takes a front lat spread. And now we're going to the side. Man, that side leg of Akim is just a world killer. I mean, you just can't take your eyes off it in this shot. His giant pec in this shot. Big ass arms. You're not beating Akim in this shot. Like, think of how good even Nick Walker's legs are. Rodriguez. They still can't touch Akim's detail and his side leg thickness. It's just too damn good. So, walks away with that shot. And that's going to happen on a lot of these side shots. He milked it there. Why not? I'm probably going to go out there and say his best shot is his side chest. It's incredible. Okay, now we gave a lot of credit to Akim, and Justin's going to take some of it away here in this back double. I'm actually liking Akim's lower body a bit more here than Justin's, because his glutes are doing the, I call it the butterfly glutes, kind of like the Ronnie Coleman. But Justin Rodriguez's upper entire back is just amazing. It looks so balanced, so clean. So I would give him this for sure. Just the conditioning shows there. And for him being matched against a Akim, a giant Akim in size, like, it's just crazy. So wins that one. We're gonna drop it into the rear lat spread here. I'm trying to show off some Christmas trees. Akim does not have a really good one. His high lat insertions don't work with that Christmas tree shot. I would almost not do it. And rear lat spread, this is another Rodriguez pose, and this is clearly one. As the back double was fairly close, rear lat spread is definitely just dominated by Rodriguez. So much thickness, so much density, lighter in the legs, but just overall this shot looks great. Akim doesn't look bad. He just does not showcase the detail, and the structure is not optimal for a rear lat spread. So we're turning into the side tricep here. Rodriguez's abs look washed out. Akim's abs are completely washed out. Max Charles' abs are perfect. And looking at this one, two different angles. So you got to just go give the entire lower half of the body to Akim right off the hop. So then we work upper, and Akim's looks like he has a better tricep and forearm. So at that point, you got to give Akim this shot, even though I find both their waists don't look great right now. And there's Max Charles doing the spin around, throwing his quad that I wouldn't throw. He needs to throw at his left quad. I say it a lot. He has a stronger left quad, but he somehow leads with the right. And I'm going off track. So we're going back into an ab and thigh between these two. And we'll hold it here. This is a Rodriguez shot. Even though his waist is just kind of spilling over his trunks and he looks super small in the legs for some reason now, he's got better abs and he's hitting it the right way. This fancy side ab angle stuff, I just can't handle it. It just looks so dumb. Like, just show your abs properly, good or bad. I mean, we're all not gonna have perfect shots unless we're like Phil Heath in his prime. But here we go, most muscular. I'm going to try to lock him in at the exact same time. And this one here, close, very close. I would pick Rodriguez here. Look at this, look at the sheen even on his quads and his everything. He just looks, the tan and sheen, whoever did that is like just #1, killing it. I mean, I'd pick Nick Walker as winning. So looking at this, I probably would have picked Rodriguez for the win, but I'm really happy Akim did win. They're both very deserving. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I get some comments on this.